Hello, everybody. Welcome to NSL Full Time. Woo! The World Cup fever is here. You're here with your boy, Uche.
Yes, Uche, the Brazilian in the house, Nigerian Brazilian. I'm Manfredo. A little bit of a cold, as you can hear from my voice. I just want to say welcome to NSL Full Time. The shirt I have on says F4 personnel. This is a personal shout out to Pierre Janka, the Cameroon international, who scored a beautiful goal in the World Cup. But I'm telling you, today we're going to talk about World Cup and football.
Yes. As you can see, USA.
Let's go,
USA. Yeah, nice to have everybody. I'm ready. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about football. We're a few days away from the beginning of the World Cup. All the excitement. We are ready to go. No more holding us back. It's time to enjoy the best activity this summer.
Make sure you have your Tylenol and Panadol if you're for Team USA. Because
listen, we are here for it. We are here to host it all. I'm not saying we're gonna win it all, but we're gonna host it well. Despite all the issues
for you,
we're gonna be a good host and we're gonna give it all we got. Speaking of all we got, you know, you see what we did with Germany. You know, we didn't win, but we did well. It was a great game. I'm not sure if you guys saw the game, but it was a beautiful game. I was impressed with the boys. You know, Germany scores in the first 3 minutes, header by Kai Havertz. I'm sure all the haters was like, oh, yeah, U.S. is going to get killed. We came back, you know, with a beautiful, you know, fantastic shot outside the 18. Real banger, you know, from the left back, Robinson, you know, to tie the game.
That was a class act. Man. First time volley, left foot.
Fantastic goal.
A thing of
beauty. Know, and then it was a battle from, you know, back and forth. They got a good goal by Leroy Sané at the end, you know, to win 2-1. But it was a great battle. I mean, there was a lot of push and shoving towards the end. You can tell both teams wanted to win. And that's what the spirit of the game all about. Then at the end of the game, everybody shook hands and said, you know what? Let the games begin. So the real game starts on Thursday with Mexico. I mean, are you guys ready?
How about at the Azteca Stadium? I'm fully ready. Mexico against South Africa. So this will be a great opportunity, especially on the Thursday. It's a working day. So a lot of people will have to arrange their schedule so they'll be able to catch that game. It's 3 p.m. So I don't know. I'm ready. Uche.
Man, are you ready? World Cup fever is here. Thursday, the kickoff. Mexico, South Africa. Then Friday, you know, the World Cup Watch Fest here in the DMV in Landover.
It's USA Paraguay.
We're going to be watching the USA Paraguay game live on the giant screen. It's going to have the feel of a stadium. I'm seriously looking forward to it, man. It's World Cup. It happens only every 4 years. You don't get it.
That game is at 9 p.m.
Every year.
Yep, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. West Coast, under the lights, you know. So please come out there. The World Cup Fest, it starts this Friday. Door opens at 5 p.m. By 6 p.m., I'm guessing people are in. There will be food trucks. There will be music, DJs, you know, leading up to the World Cup. Watch the game. You know, festival, music, everything continues all night. Great atmosphere outdoor. You know, we're praying for good weather, but it's going to be exciting, you know. Speaking of World Cup, this Thursday, let's just do a little quick prediction. I know I got Mexico beating South Africa. What do you guys think? Do you think South Africa can pull an upset?
Mexico is really not, you know, that great these days. So that game could go anywhere. But I mean, I'll pick Mexico over South Africa.
Yeah, I'll take Mexico because of the speed. South Africa plays more like they try to play like a possession-based football. And Mexico, I've watched their last few games. They're very fast on the corner, on the wings. So I don't think South Africa has a chance. And Mexico is hosting. So
there you go. That's the only reason I'm picking that. That alone is good enough for me. You know. Do you guys think
it's Man, remember that was where the Mexican wave started in
At the
'86.
Azteca.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I know a couple weeks ago, Uche and I, said that we weren't excited about the World Cup, that it feels kind of weird. But as we get closer, the excitement is actually
Watching all these, warm-up friendlies, man. The other day I was like, man, it looks like Vinny Jr. has been saving himself for this World Cup, because I saw him.
He's explosive.
Like, why? And we went trophyless this season. Where was, it's like, man, a lot of these players were, secretly getting some rest even while they were playing for club football, because it's a lot of games. And
it's a different mental space.
And they don't want to get caught. And they know it happens only every 4 years.
Exactly.
4 years. It's a long time. It might be your last World Cup. I mean, we've seen players that are getting injured 1 or 2 days before the World Cup, and they're done. Then you got to wait another 4 years. So you don't know how many World Cups you might play. You might not be as lucky as the Modrics, Ronaldos, and the Messis who have gone
through multiple World Cups.
On the average, 1 or 2 World Cups is what the average player gets to play.
That's true.
So it's not like the Champions League or the league that happens every year. It's once every 4 years.
And there's always a superstar coming out of every World Cup. I remember a couple years ago, that's when James Rodriguez made his superstardom.
Yeah.
So this year, I don't know who it is.
And Real Madrid fell for that trick.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
We
realized
did.
We had bought something from the Aba market.
We did. But every World Cup always produces a superstardom. It is what it is. So we don't know who it is. I'm hoping it's Balogun this year. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing him play. The striker for the US.
Balogun.
Balogun.
Oh,
yeah. So I think it's I'm hoping. I'm very hopeful. I think Sergio Dest is another one that I think is going to be really, really have a good World Cup. The right back of the US.
So something I wanted us to touch on, that 18 new countries that have been added to this World Cup.
Yeah.
Last year were 32 teams. Now we have 48. What's the feeling of countries like HERE that are making their first appearance in the World Cup? How do you think the atmosphere is, and what are the feelings? Especially Cameroon and Nigeria are not making the World Cup, and countries for their first time making. What's the feeling in countries like HERE?
I'm happy for them. I mean, listen, even though you added more countries, you think it will be guaranteed for, historical dominant countries that been in the World Cup forever, like Italy. Italy is a big one that is missing in the World Cup. Can you imagine a World Cup without Italy? It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, Nigeria, we understand. I mean, last time when we missed the World Cup, it was a big shocker. This time around, I'm like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Cameroon is a little bit of bigger surprise. But Italy for me is the biggest shocker in the whole thing. So, but to answer your question,
third miss in a row.
So who?
Italy, their third miss in a row.
Miss in a row. It's in fact, it's unheard of. This is a 4-time World Cup champion.
Yeah, but I'm happy for
this should be the first World Cup where the winner would have had to play 8 games, right?
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
It is. Because previously you do group stages and then group of 16. 32, now you're doing group of 32. Yep.
32, then 16. So this will be the winner of this World Cup would have played the most games in the history of a World Cup.
Yep. So we're expecting the numbers to be higher, the golden boot scorer higher, clean sheet could be higher. There's a lot of new things in this World Cup that
introduced.
Records will be broken, in this World Cup. It's great. But I'm happy to answer your question, I'm happy for Haiti. I'm happy for Cape Verde. All the new countries, and then FIFA this year, they have a little patch that the players that are appearing in the World Cup for the first time will be wearing to show that they are their World Cup rookie, so to say. But there's a lot of great exciting things, man. I'm getting hyped for this World Cup. I just have to organize my schedule to watch.
Just to point out, you just mentioned Cape Verde. That team,
it's a dark horse.
I won't say they're a dark horse to win the tournament, but I think their first game is against some big nation, either Spain or so. I see Cape Verde beating a World Cup giant in this World Cup.
I think there's going to be a lot of upsets. Put it that way. There's going to be a lot of upsets.
Yeah, because
so what do you guys think about the ticket prices? The ticket prices.
Ridiculous.
It is what it is. People say it's ridiculous, it's expensive, but these tickets are sold out. So
no, they're not sold out. I literally checked like 2 days ago. I see some of the ticket prices are coming down, to be honest. Some of them are coming down, as far as retail. And I feel like some games will go maybe as low as $400 to $600. Because a lot of people I've gotten maybe 5-6 people that are trying to dump their tickets and asking me if I know anybody that's interested or if I was interested. Wow. Yes. So the Ghanaian game for I'm sorry.
I thought the tickets were sold out. The same people started backing out.
There's a lot of people that bought it based on speculation. Now a lot of people are backing out and try to dump their tickets.
Try to sell it again. Because also of safety reasons. There are a lot of people that are worried about safety. Iran is coming. They've been approved their visas. It was a complex situation. But all in all, I think it's going to be an amazing World Cup. It's hosted in 3 different countries, which makes it even more unique. Mexico, United States, and Canada. Should we go ahead with some predictions before our next event or podcast? We have about 2 or 3 games that are key games before our next meeting. Should we go some predictions?
Sure, why not? Predictions are always fun, So
let's start with USA Paraguay.
USA for me.
Why?
Come on now. We're home. It's USA. Did you see what we did? Did you see what we did to Germany? Did you see what we did in the game?
US is a pretty good team. They're decent. Yeah.
I'll take pretty good team. I'm not going to take we are host because Brazil hosted and lost 7-0. What about I'll take USA anyway.
But before you move on for the USA, this is one thing that we have to realize, right? And I was discussing this with my son the other day, and he pointed it out to me. Like last World Cup, we had a lot of guys, a lot of the players, like Pulisic, McKinney, Tyler Adams, all those guys were like between the ages of 21 to like 24. And we're saying that, those guys are young. But if you really think about it now, all those guys are in their prime now. This is their golden ages for Pulisic.
I would say prime. I would say mature. I would say prime.
Yeah, well, I would say this is the prime age because a lot of them
prime in football.
A lot of those young,
your prime might not be great, but it's your prime.
This is their this is their prime. This is their prime. Look at it. Pulisic is like 26, 25, 26. You got McKinney. McKinney is like 27, if I'm not mistaken. Tyler Adams, all those guys are in their prime, and some of these guys will not make the World Cup again. Same thing with Folarin Balo. So all of these guys, I'm predicting that outside of the goalkeeper and maybe the left center back, the rest of these guys play in big teams in the top 5 in Europe, in top 5 leagues in Europe.
All right, let's talk about Brazil, Morocco. That game is on Saturday. Saturday, 6 p.m.
I got Brazil.
Interesting game.
That's an easy one for me.
Brazil. Really?
Yeah.
Brazil.
Oh, yeah. Brazil, this Brazilian team, this Brazilian team reminds me of the way the Brazilian team of 94 was built.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's not a star-studded team like the 06 Brazilian team that disappointed people, that it was all full of stars, superstars. This one has a little bit of the superstars, the hard workers, the team players, the unsung heroes. And that's what makes more of a complete team.
And most of all, they have an experienced perfect coach that will let the players be themselves.
Yep.
So can I say this to you guys? Say you heard it here first.
Okay.
Our very first World Cup upset is going to be on Saturday at 6 p.m. Morocco will take down Brazil. The most Brazil can get out of this game will be a tie. That's my prediction for that game.
Thank God we don't have a betting sponsor that we can put money on. So I would have had lunch on you on that bet.
So on Sunday, Australia is playing against Turkey. Why this game is important is because they're both from Group D. Group D is the same group as the United States. So these are the next two opponents for United States, Australia and Turkey. And we know how Turkey takes down European countries in the past Euros. So it's also a game to watch. And then finally, Group F, Netherlands is playing against Japan at 4 p.m. on Sunday. So Netherlands is ranked 7th in the FIFA World Ranking. Morocco is ranked 8th.
Yeah.
In the FIFA World Ranking. So
I don't know who to pick for that game. I'm looking forward to it.
Netherlands, Japan?
No, the Netherlands game.
Netherlands, Japan.
Yeah. So sorry, Netherlands, Japan. I mean, my brain is telling me to pick Netherlands, but don't sleep on that Japanese team.
Woo.
Don't sleep on them.
Yeah,
Don't sleep on them. They run for days.
They play computerized football.
Yes. And I'm gonna give you guys the first upset not the first upset. One of the upset that you guys are not expecting. And just like you made your bold claim, my bold claim is Haiti is going to beat Scotland on Saturday.
Really?
That's my bold claim.
I've watched Haiti play. They have a good team.
That's my bold claim. Is either going to beat them or they're going to get a tie out of that game.
Tuesday, 3 p.m., France versus Senegal. oh boy.
It happened in 2002. You remember? Senegal shocked France.
Yes.
As defending champions. Oh, I will never forget that game, man. El Hadji Diouf.
Wow.
Well, we'll be together on Friday during the watch party organized by Eagle Sport. So I'm very excited. We'll come back to the World Cup. I know we did talk about the injuries. I know before we leave the World Cup, what do you make of Eriksen still on the field and collapsing again?
He needs to retire.
I was watching that game live with my family, and we literally 5 minutes before he collapsed, we were talking about, the first time he collapsed. And my wife was saying, thank God he's able to play. And then we looked up, my son and I looked up his age, and we're like, he's 34. He needs to retire. And literally 5 minutes later, that then happens. I'm pro for playing and doing what you love. But at some point, you have to realize that what you love has time limit, right? There's a lot of other things you can do in football. You could be a coach, you could be a manager, you could be an agent, it could be there's a lot of things. And I don't think the federation is going to be favorable to him returning to play or clear him. Let me use the word clear. Clear him to play like they did the first time. It's just it's time for.
It's ridiculous. Just call it what it is, man. It is. I mean, this is personal decision, but I'm not for it, man. That's a sport of a young player. Yeah. You need to call it quits. Like you said, do something else in football if that's your passion.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. Well,
and of course, Alphonso Davies is out of the World Cup for Canada, unfortunately, with injury.
Oh, no.
Well, let's talk about the NSL. We were all there together yesterday. There were some exciting games. We know Bendel won, so Uche is very relaxed.
How was your meeting this morning, Uche? How long was the meeting?
It was a short one.
I bet. 30 minutes. You go for 5 hours to 30 minutes. That's good.
Playing good, man. We're still not happy.
Well, you look fresh though. You don't look stressed like you did last week.
Exactly. It shows on his face.
Yeah, you're looking fresh. Yeah.
So the marquee game was Team United against OGB. Of course, OGB won 2-0, but it was very competitive. What's your take?
I didn't get to watch that game.
Yeah, I came the last 10 minutes.
Oh,
I
how was
watched
it?
only the last 10 minutes, but I spoke to Philip. He was disappointed, the owner of Team United, but he wasn't frustrated. Last week he won, he was frustrated. This week he lost. He was disappointed, but not frustrated. I'm like, man, NSL can make people just bipolar.
But I mean, were they who played better?
I didn't watch the entire game. I was on the other side, but I know that they were going back and forth. But OGB won 2-0, so I would say they have the upper hand. So Team United has to get it from OGB.
I'm just happy for Bendel. They might not get relegated after all. They might make the playoff. At least get the 3 points. Look at him smiling.
But now we got to play the wounded
Team United
Sunday.
And then Washington All-Stars against United All-Stars.
I didn't see that game, but I mean, I was at the, I was
there for that one.
It was like, I call that matchup the Battle of the Coastal Way.
Mm-hmm.
Those that Nigerians will understand.
I was there for that one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved the back and forth, jokingly trash talking between the two teams and the managers on the sidelines. You can tell there are a lot of friendship in between them, but you can also tell there was a lot of fire and passion and desire to win for quote unquote old man league game. It was fun and entertaining. United All-Star United came short 2-0, but trust me, the game was much, much closer than that. They considered the PK at the end. At the end to make it 2-0, but they were down 1-0, but they were the one attacking. Sexta, the goalkeeper, did well as usual, for old man, so kudos to him. But it was a great, very, very entertaining game. Very.
Yes, I know the commissioner will be very happy. He's in Nigeria right now. Commissioner, what's his name? Austin will be very happy. That's his beloved team.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Ogasola will be very disappointed because his team lost 0-2.
Yeah.
It's a very competitive game between those two, and the sidelines was very, very interesting. I enjoyed myself yesterday. NSL is here, and I think what NSL is trying to do next Sunday is have a big screen so that while the games are going on, people can also watch the World Cup as it's going on.
Yeah, so you don't need to miss NSL because of World Cup. You can watch it right there. How outside, have fun, food, drinks, everything is right there. I'm looking forward to it because I was contemplating how I can watch both the World Cup games and NSL at the same time. So NSL, please work on it. This is a good solution for us.
So Uche, talk to us about the big news in Real Madrid with the re-election of Florentino Perez. How would that affect Madrid, and how would that affect the rest of the world?
Well, who's the best driver to give the car to? The one that has proven, down the years that he's the greatest footballing president of all time. He's the most successful. He's, he even though lately he's made one or two decisions that were pretty questionable, but yeah,
I mean, he's not perfect. He's working the course.
I will roll with Florentino Perez anytime, any day.
What specific things are you looking for?
Just giving the team more of a balanced structure. I know he's very big on the marketing aspect of the team, the brand, the Madrid brand. Sometimes it feels like he takes that more seriously than the actual football, but there has to be, better balance and not going to get, 3 left-sided forwards in a row, knowing when you get on the left, you got to get on the right. You got to make sure the middle is right. You have to make sure the midfield, and everything.
Listen, Uche, he has done his job in the last few years. The results hasn't come out because of different reasons. What you want from your club president, GMs, or whatever, is to provide the ability, right? Which is the finances, hire the right coaches. I think if Ancelotti would have stayed, Real Madrid would have been in a better place than it. But it was time for him to go. He wanted to go, coach in the World Cup. So that kind of, he got the best guy available at that time, which was Xavi Alonso. So listen, I have no qualms, no issues with him. I think he's done fantastic. It's unfortunately that the players haven't been able to reward him in the last 2 years. I'm glad that he's back, until 2030. So, unfortunately, I don't like the fact that he's bringing Jose Mourinho back because I'm no longer a fan of his personally, but that's personal problem, Let's see if he can change his way back to the old Mourinho that we know and love, that I know and love. Let me put it that way. But we'll see. And if it doesn't work out, I predicted in 6 months he'll get him out of there. It doesn't play. I
had an argument this weekend with an Arsenal coach. An Arsenal fan, and I'm like, standards are different. If Madrid had played that Champions League final and lost in that manner, the coach will be gone. You know why? Because, I know we have to take a step back. Arteta could have won that. He did not show, ambition in that game. When PSG made all those subs, and it was obvious that the subs that came in were not as good as those that left, and Arsenal actually had subs that came in that were as good as those players that they subbed in, he still didn't go for it. He
didn't open up the game.
He was scared. Listen, I said it last week and I said it again. I thought what Arteta did, and I'm not a fan of Arteta like that. Remember, I said if he didn't win anything this year, he needs to go. But I think what he did in that game was good from a coaching perspective, right? PSG did not dominate as we expected. PSG couldn't move the ball. They couldn't go direct. They had to go sideways. And what he did was to say, hey, guys, listen, let's keep our shape, right? And when we get a chance, let's nick one. If we nick one, we stay compact, and hopefully we can get another one, maybe on a set play, a PK.
On a low block.
Yeah, on a very tight low block. And that was the game. I don't blame him for that.
Yes, no, that was good, and it worked. But it got to a point in that game where
he needed to open up.
Yeah, a boxer, it gets to a point, it's okay for you to swing too now, because I'm looking at my opponent, I'm saying, they're looking weaker.
Yeah, but if you say, okay, you know what, guys, let's swing when everybody's leg is tired, then PSG could have won that game in regulation by hitting you on a counter. Because remember, at some point they took Dembele out and they brought younger guys, Bracola, who was younger and who was quicker and faster. Right?
No, but when he says open up, it doesn't mean
also
abandon your defense. What he says open up is play offensive football.
I'm telling you, because it shows. PSG takes out Kvaratskhelia, takes out Dembele. Come on, it's
then who came in? Look at the
Vitinha went out.
No, they're young, but they're not as experienced.
Whoever replaced them was not as experienced. Yeah, so take your chances. Don't go live for penalties.
So in the transfer market, there's so much happening, but we already know a few players or pieces that have moved. Are we expecting to see anything big? Like Barca is struggling for a striker. I know Real Madrid has gotten some 2 defenders, but what's the news in the transfer market?
Florentino says tomorrow he has a big surprise for us. Let's see.
My question to you guys: who do you think the surprise is?
Michael Olise. He's the only one
I don't think it's him. You know who I think? I think it's either Enzo from Chelsea.
Oh no!
Right?
That's a downgrade.
Oh no!
I don't think it's him.
That's a downgrade.
It gotta be Michael Olise.
Oh, you know who we think? Oh, I also thought it could be the guy from Atletico Madrid, the midfielder. The attacking mid that came from City.
Oh,
Alvarez.
I think it could be Alvarez or Enzo. I don't think it's Olise. I don't think. See, you have to understand. I'm a Bayern fan also, right? In Germany, Bayern does not need money.
Yes.
So why would you say
they said no to that trade?
Yeah. So why would you settle?
And that is one thing. Historically, Madrid has never been able to bully in a transfer market.
Yeah. So Alvarez wants to leave Atletico because he wants to win titles. So I think it's either Alvarez or Enzo.
Oh no, you guys can keep Enzo in Chelsea.
Yeah, that's a downgrade. So speaking of downgrades, last week we talked about Wembayama, and today they played Game 3 at the Madison Square Gardens in the NBA, and the New York Knicks surprisingly are 2-0. So who wins tonight?
Spurs has got
to win this game because they know if they lose, they're done.
Yep.
I see San Antonio winning, but man,
I see San Antonio.
Madison Square Garden, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like gonna have the feel of
oh boy,
Arsenal winning the Premiership. You see the way the whole world,
went crazy,
meaning for a few seconds.
I mean, listen, I think New York is gonna win the championship, but I don't think they're gonna win tonight. First of all, there's a lot of fans are pissed off that the president is coming and all the securities and all the fans is being dampened. And I don't think that guy is a good luck for any team. I think it's a bad luck. Anything that touches has issues. Hey, I'm not being political here. I know we're not being political here. So I don't think it's going to bring them good luck tonight. Overall, New York will win. But tonight.
So you say the Spurs win tonight, but overall, New York would win.
That's my prediction.
Yeah, I'm taking New York to win tonight. If New York loses tonight, they're not winning the championship.
Oh, now that's. I love this hot takes.
Yeah, because Wembayama would know I can win on the road. And once even the series 2-2, it's gonna be tough, man.
No, I mean it'll be 2-1 if they win tonight. But hey, I love it. I love the bold calls. You gotta be bold.
I see where Manfredo is coming from. Momentum.
Thank you.
The sport is a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get that one. Yeah, New York should understand this particular game is a game you do.
This is their championship game. This today.
You rather win this and even lose the next two, and
you finish at the end.
And you finish at the end if they come, because you see that mentality of, oh damn, we can win here. Oh, we could get the second one here too.
Thank you.
Yeah. I agree. Carl Anthony has been great so far. Keeping Wembayama in check, but I don't think he could do that over in 4 games straight.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, as you guys know, follow us on social media, all of our platforms, and we'll bring you the most current football and welcome news. Me and the podcasters, we're going to be seeing each other on Friday for the big view by Eagle Sports. So thank you. It was real.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, everyone. And have a great.
Looking forward to see everybody on Friday. Be there. The party started.
It's free to get in.
$3.99.